Hey, all you crafty, creative people. I hope everybody had a fantastic holiday. I mean, we had such a great time, and I am still enjoying having my grandson and daughter home. But my grandson's in bed, and my daughter and husband went out. So I get to craft for just a little while. Now, I have been doing this late at night, but I haven't been able to video just because my room's right next to little man's, and, sometimes I didn't want to take a chance of waking him up. But he's been asleep long enough, nothing's going to wake him up now, so I'm good. I am good. So I'm sorry I did get started, but she leaves in 2 days. I've got tonight, and then all day tomorrow, and then Wednesday morning. I mean, they're up and out of here before the sun's up. So yeah, I will take you through a walkthrough and show you everything, but I thought I would go ahead and show you what I was doing. I thought that was probably a pretty good idea. So as you know, I had pulled the stuffing out of this book, and I ended up making 8 4-page journal signatures. I can't think of the word. So I have one 2-sided page, usually not decorated because I do want this to be fairly flat, and then I have 2 copy paper style sheets. Usually it's 2 pink ones, but this one's got the black and white. And then there's one that is decorated. It's not necessarily in the center. This happens to be an envelope that was decorated. And again, I'll go over everything with you and show you all of the goodies and stuff. But this right now, what I'm doing, is sewing everything together. So I'm getting the envelopes where I want it, and I'm getting them pretty much closed. All of a sudden I get on here and I've got the hiccups, and I didn't bring my drink. So I'm going to use the binder clips. There we go. I'm going to use the binder clips. Now, how I started this is I cut a piece of material that was going to be from the length of my signatures, okay? Of the length of the height of my signatures. Then I cut it so that when it laid here, I would have at least 1 inch or more. This is about 2 inches on both sides. That's actually going to glue down to the covers, the front and back covers of the book. And so that's how I've decided to put these signatures into this book. I was originally going to kind of do the Coptic stitch thing, but I decided no. This is a lot simpler, and I think, just as sturdy, if not a little bit more sturdy, because it's material, and then there's going to be paper put on top of the material. So I think I'm going to be very happy with this. Now what I did was I folded this piece of material in half first, and I just kind of finger pressed it. And then I took now there's 8 signatures, so I took like the 4th and 5th one, the 4th one, and I put it, I took the 4th signature in, and I put it to the front of the fold. And I didn't preset any holes. None of this is going to be seen other than, when you're in the center. I did wax these, so I do have a little bit of wax on the black there from cutting and doing stuff. But so that is where I'm at, and I've done 3. So I'm going to show you. So the first one, I did the same thing. I took one side and I closed it up, and I have another one. So I took one side and did that bit, held it tightly closed, and went in from the inside at the top, pulled that through the material, and then when I would hold it, oh, my little tag's coming out, I would go ahead and take my needle and put it through the center and see where it came out, and then I would bring it around because it had to go in this way because I came up and out this way, so I needed to go back in this way. And I just saw where I had put my hole and I put it right through. And so that's what we're going to do now, is figure out where I want this to be. Whoops. Come on, let go. There we go. So first thing is I want to line these up so that they're even across the spine. And I'm going to have the first section open. And I'm going to open up a section of the other one. The one of them that's already tied in there. And I'm going to line that up and put another binder clip. And double check that they're together, and they are. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this side. I'm going to make sure that the top one that's already sewn in and the one that I'm putting in is where I want it, which is even against the spine, and of course even this way, but even this way is the main part where the spine is. I did 8 strings and I ran them through wax. And, you know, if you have a nice beeswax candle, or you can get some wax for your thread at Joann's or Michael's, or probably even Hobby Lobby. I've never looked at Hobby Lobby for it, but a little bit of wax helps out a lot. Okay, so I'm going to bring this over, but I'm not going to squeeze it tight because I don't want these to be so tight here at the, that's the one reason I kind of chose not to do the Coptic stitch, because you do have to have these signatures like really tight, and I didn't want that. So I am making sure that I'm still working with my material being even on both sides so that I know it's relatively straight. I'm opening up. I caught this one. Let me make sure I didn't move that. Nope, it's good. Okay. All right, so now I'm opening up, and I'm just going to find a spot that I'm going to be comfortable with, and I'm going to push right through. And you can see none of these are starting and ending at the same place. It's just, and I am looking for it to be, you know, 1/8 of an inch apart at least, so that they don't seem like they're just squished in there. No squishing allowed. So now what I was saying was to get, you know, now I go down this way. But I found that if I find my, you know, center and go up through, now I have a hole. And I want to kind of wiggle that around a little bit. And I don't want to move it. Of course, I always am on my thread. And I'm going to go back down through that hole. And I missed. What else is new, right? Let's see. We're going to find it here in just a second. Let me go through it again. Find my hole. Right there. Try not to move it. and go right down through. I think we have somebody roaming around in our house. I think my daughter's here. Come on. Okay, I'm going to try it one more time. Find the hole. Okay, bring it around. And there we go. Yay, just takes a little bit of patience. Keep your tail long enough where you're not pulling it through. Okay, and then this side, and again, I'm not squishing this down. I nicely want to have the material drawn taut over, but not where I'm pinching them down so hard that they're not going to have any room. Okay, I must have, oh no, I got a little knot. I was going to say I must have gotten this one a little smaller, this string a little shorter than the other ones, but it's just had a knot is all. And then I'm just going to kind of fussy around and try and get back into that same hole where this is. And I think I've got it. Oh, there we go. Okay, went on the page below. And then we're just going to tighten that one up. The first thing you want to do is put your string around the other long stitch and tie yourself a little knot. And I'm going to put you guys on hold for a minute and I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, they'd forgotten something. I thought, oh darn, they've changed their mind and they're coming back and I'm not going to be able to craft with you all. But yes, I can. Yay! I'm having so much fun with my grandson. It's not even funny. He is such a cutie pie. Okay, so there I have the first 4 in. And it lays pretty nicely. I might have a little buckle in here because I wasn't super careful. But I think all in all, it's looking pretty good, lining up pretty good. I'm very happy with that. This has turned out so pretty. This group of papers, I just love them. So now, these are the last 4, okay? And so I'm just going to build from the back now these last 4. So this is the 5th signature. And I'm just going to do like I've been doing. I'm going to line the signatures up with one another. Make sure we've got them. And make sure I've got the pages where I want them to be. And I think I'm going to have to get one larger one here because this is one of the cards. And in order to reach it, I needed the larger one. But this is one of the cards that I decorated. And I'm not done yet, but you know, I did a good bit of the decoration, but I am not done yet. And then I'm just going to do this side. And now I'm going to line this up just where I want it. Oops. Getting a little heavier, so it's not quite as easy. Lined up. Side to side and all the way down the spine, and then I'm gonna I like to get this one, let me put this like that, and let me get this one a little closer so I know I can keep it. And then here, why does this seem like it's a little bigger? Because I don't have it all the way up. Okay, there. Just take your time. Just take your time doing this. Don't get in a hurry, because then you're going to make mistakes. You're not going to catch something or whatever. Just take your time. So now I've got the book upside down, because being right-handed, I'm still going to want to play with it that direction. But just remember that the book is upside down, and always double check, which I will. Oh. Always double check your, come on, get in there. Gonna probably have to put a nicer edge on one of these. My nails have gotten so long on this one hand. Can you see? They are so long on this hand here, and of course this one is the one I use all the time. So, but yeah, they're beautiful, and I'm very happy with them. But yeah, it's kind of hard to do stuff. I don't know how the ladies do it with the nails that are really super long. Scrap Queen's one of them. She's amazing me. She amazes me with how much she gets done. Okay, so I just double checking that I have this in the proper way, and I do. Okay, so again, I'm going to lightly lay everything over. I'm going to come in, remember this is the top, and I don't want to squish it tight, and I'm just going to push my needle right through the fold. Bring it up. Don't pull your string too far. Now I'm going to go back, come back around here, and I'm going to make my hole for the center. Remember, don't push down. Don't push down. So I'm going to try, before I undo this, that I make sure I'm not on anything and I don't let anything move. Made it. Yeah, just make sure all your string is loose. There's nothing going to catch anywhere, and then you'll be fine. Okay, and then this way we're just going to come down here and push through and up. And then all we're going to do here is go back through the same hole. Just take your time. Yep. Perfecto. All right. There we go. Take your string. Now if you need to get some, you should be able to pull it all the way through, because you want to make sure that you can do that. Okay, I'm going to tie it. And this is where you having wax really helps, because now it's going to stay. It does not move very much with the wax. It's totally worth it when you're doing these. A lot less aggravation. And it takes just a second to get wax on there. Just a sec. Let me show you what I have. I have this big piece, which my mom got in Fort Myers in Florida. And it was just from a place where they had honey, where they made honey. And then this one I got from Walmart or Joann's, and it just has this little wheel inside this, and the strings just run through these slashes here. So that's all that is. Of course, it's made in China. What isn't these days? So any of those type of things will work for you just fine. But again, if you've got like a beeswax candle, just rub it along there. Okay, so we've got another one done. And I am not going to bore you with the rest. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this off. And see here, you don't have to worry about them being even across here. Or anything like that. You don't have to worry that any of the center points are in the center or nothing like that. So yeah, it's just super easy, and they're all about 1/8 of an inch apart, and that's what we're looking for. And again, I'm going to go ahead and finish these last 3. And then I will come back and show you how we're going to place it in the book. Okay? All right, guys. I'll talk to you in a little while. Okay. Got myself my Fabri-Tac. I've got my pages all sewn in. And now I am going to enter that, put it down into the book. And I want to make sure I have the orientations correct, everything going in the right direction. So I think what I'm going to do is, let's see, I'm just looking for a scrap piece of paper. There's a million sheets of paper around here, but it's like, no, I don't want to use that one. So I'm just going to, let's see, pull a few more out of here. All right, so what I'm going to do here is go ahead and now, as far as I remember, because it's been a while since I've done this, I do not want to put anything in the actual spine. I'm going to put all the way to the spine on the front cover. And I'm just really getting a nice thick layer of glue, because this is basically what's going to be holding the page in. Then I'm going to come over here and on the outside edge here, I want to make sure I don't go where it's going to be into the spine, and I want to put a little bit more glue. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and let's make sure that we're nice and straight. I can remove this. That we're nice and straight. I'm going to lay this down in the center, and then I'm going to get my material down in this glue really well. Let's see, where's my, there we go. Now I've got it where it is the length of this paper here, and pretty much don't want to stretch the material. I just want to get that glue in there so that it is Okay. Now it's going to take it a moment to dry, so I'm going to go ahead. I've got an air pocket in my Fabri-Tac. I don't like when that happens. I'm getting just a good amount. And then I'm just going to go across, same as I did. Just didn't put my, my security papers on there. Okay, and then we're just going to, now remember my other side is wet, so you don't want to stretch it too much. Okay, let's get this down a little bit. And this. Okay. Make sure you guys can see it. Again, I'm just working that glue down into that fabric now. I'm not really trying to pull it tighter. I am kind of consolidating a little bit so it comes down where I want it, because I did get it stretched out a little bit up here. Let's get that glue worked well in there. I just put new fingernail polish on. I got some new Color Street nails, nail polish things that you apply. It's actually nail polish, and I just got Fabri-Tac all over. And it's really a pretty color, but I just got Fabri-Tac all over my thumb. Dadgum! Now this side is almost dry, so it does not take very long. So just be patient. Just be patient. And I'm trying to find a cloth to wipe off my bottle. My gooey ooey bottle here. I think I got rid of the bubble. There we go. Okay, so there's that. And now, do I remember where I put, the green paper that was, yes, here it is. Yay. First place I looked, because I am being so good this year. 2023, neat and tidy, and gonna clean my act up even more than I have, because I have not been bad. I have not been bad, but I could be better. Well, we all could be better, right? Well, I know some of you have probably got OCD where you don't leave the room until it's perfect. And I would probably drive you insane. Yeah, because my girlfriend Laurel, now she doesn't have OCD, but she likes everything neat and tidy, but she can leave a mess. So that's nice, you know, and I think she's, well, we've known each other for like 15 years now, I think, somewhere in there. And I think I'm slowly whittling away at her. She's going to call me after seeing this, and she says, stop it. But I'm slowly whittling away at her, where she doesn't necessarily have to get all her work done before she plays. There's a time and a place for everything, and not necessarily is it always work. Am I right, ladies? I want to hear, am I right? Yes. I think most of you guys are going to be, oh yes, Lisa, of course, you are absolutely correct. Yes, that's what I want to hear. Okay, so I am liking the way this is working. And look how nice and flat everything is sitting. The only thing I'm seeing is it is really loose in here. So if I don't think I could have pinched it any further, but I think one thing I can do is extend it a little bit into there. Still be loose enough, but I think I can extend it a little bit. Would it have been better to be able to do this when I could just flip it over and see? Yes, but hey, you know what? We will figure out a way to do this. If I had, let's see. Trying to think. This quite possibly will work just fine. So, I'm going to put a little bit on the stick, and I'm just going to run it right in the little groove right there. I'm going to do it again. I'm not putting a huge amount. Just like that. Then I'm going to rub this off. I'm going to lay this down and probably going to go into this first, in between the first and second, and push down and let that take hold down there. Maybe this will work a little better in this little thinner area. Just trying to tighten that up just a smidge. So I'm fitting down here in front too, trying to push this excess into the groove. Because hopefully that's where all the glue went, was just right there in the groove. It didn't get much glue, that's for sure, because I am not feeling it coming through the material. But we'll hopefully... Okay, now this, I think I'm going to do it without sitting it up. So I'm sorry, you're not going to be... I want to show you what I'm getting here. See this? So I am going to put glue right down in along here, along this edge right here, so that I can tighten this up. And by having it that way, I think it's going to be easier. Let's put a little bit more on there because I don't think we got much. Okay, so I'm going to push this forward all the way across. And I'm going to do it again. See, there's a way of fixing just about anything. Got it all the way through. Okay. Wipe this down. Try not to get it on my fingernails anymore. And let's lay that, come in between page 1 and page 2, I think, first, and push that down. And then let's lay this flat. think I need to put a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to give it just a few secs to dry here. I'm going to see if that helped out any. Oh yeah, that helped out a bit, quite a bit. That helped out quite a bit. All right. Oh, I'm loving it. Look how nice that looks. It's just a nice book. Looks just like a book. And it's so much neater here. So much neater. Okay, let's see. Let's clean this off. This is actually so much better if you do it with your hands. All right. And then do I really like this color? Yes, I do. I really, really, really do. Okay, I'm going to cut this down. I got a very nice selection of items for Christmas that are crafty. And I had a Happy Mail from Kian of crafty yumminess. And I hate to tell y'all, but mostly I put it all away. And I thought, you know, because the new me gonna try and put everything away. So yeah, we're gonna have to fix that. All right, so I am going to cut this so that it's going to cover my, need a pencil right here. So we're going to cut it to here, and we're going to cut it to here. All right, and I'm going to go ahead, because I think they're both going to be the same, and cut these at the same time. There's one cut, and the other cut. Okay. Wonderful. And I'm going to go ahead and use Fabri-Tac. Aren't these beautiful? Remember, this is what do they call them? Head papers? I honestly don't remember, but she's got it in it's book plates and head papers or something like that. And her sister, and I think it's Anya, but we call her Annie. And I've spoken to her a couple of times when I was FaceTiming or Skyping or whatever you want to call it. Facebook. Whatever. But yeah, she's so sweet. And she loves doing this stuff, but she works and doesn't have a lot of time to do it, I don't think. But she loves doing this stuff just like Kian does. But she did these things, and so super cute. I love them, especially when you're doing, you know, a book like this. The old-fashioned altered book that we all kind of started off working with, the altered books. And then I think that came undone here. So I'm going to push that, and then I'm going to and I can't wait to show her. When she gets home tonight, I will have this done enough. So I'll come back tomorrow and show you all. I'll give you a quick run through of everything that I get done, because I'll probably finish it up tomorrow night. After she goes to bed. Let's just put some in the center here. Okay. I just love this book, and I hope she does. Well, I know she was. She's such a sweet, sweet, sweet girl. We were talking today. Her son is like my husband, mini-me. And I keep telling her, I said, I don't know what happened, because you were not, you were an easy child. Easy child. She's my stepdaughter, remember, so I didn't have her as a baby. As she said, there were some times that she's redhead, just like Daddy. But she was like, oh, I remember people telling me that I put on a show once or twice. I said, oh, okay. So I met her, she was 9. And, yeah, so she and I have spent years together, but yeah, she's such a sweet, sweet mother. Oh, yeah. So, but, you know, he's 6, he's starting to become quite the handful, and he seems to be a little smarter than the average bear. So he gets bored in school. That's our big thing right now is he gets bored. So he wants to be entertained, and sometimes that doesn't do very well with the teacher. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. When I come back, I will show you the finished product, and I still have the other one that I had to put aside, but it's a 2 signature, and it's going to, you know, we're going to make the cover and everything. So this one, because she is a librarian, I just wanted to give her, she had given me some old books, and this was one of them that the library got, but they didn't want to put them on the shelves. So she sent me like 2 boxes of old books. Oh, you know, woo! So yeah, very exciting. There is even a first edition in there, and a first edition history book, which my brother collects, and so I sent that one to him. But anyway, all right, guys, I love you much. I'll talk to you later. Bye.